Welcome back to another episode of Motogp Mac, and today we're going to talk about the shakedown test that is going to happen tomorrow and what am I going to be looking for. So as we know, overnight or during the night tonight, the shakedown test in Sepang will kick off. The shakedown test is for rookies and test riders of manufacturers only. So for example, LCR and Gas will not have an official test rider out there. Gas will have Augusto Fernandez out there as he's a rookie. But I suppose one of the things that I'm really looking for, is different areas on different bikes. We'll start with Honda. I think Bradl will definitely be out. Maybe Nakashima, not 100% sure, but it would make sense over the course of the 3 days that they're getting different riders' opinions of what is going on with the bike. So I think it'll be interesting to see the engine position of the Honda. Have they lifted it up to tilt it forward slightly? Also, will they be messing around with the air intakes and of course the aerodynamics on the side? So I think it'll be interesting to see what Honda will come out with. Definitely looking that Bradl needs to be on pace, let's just say, with Crutchlow, Dani Pedrosa and Salvadori. Whatever Japanese ones are there, he should be miles ahead of them. Next up, Yamaha. I suppose the big question here is, what does that bike sound like? But no, I don't think it's going to be a V4 that they're going to be bringing out, but I think everyone and their dog are going to be looking at the speeds at the end of the straight. I think it's best to if they pump the engine up during the shakedown, rather than when Quartararo and them are on it, in case there is a mechanical issue. If it was Crutchlow or another Japanese test rider that blew up the engine, it wouldn't be as bad. But I think top speed at the end of the straight for Yamaha. Also the front fairing, what are they going to go with? How do they or what model fairing were they using when they set their fastest top end speed, etc. Next up with KTM, I think it's going to be really interesting. You have Dani Pedrosa. I believe they're going to give Jonas Folger a go as well, because he's signed for them officially now. So again, they have a lot on their plate. They have kind of sorted the chassis. I'm not sure we will see their full aerodynamic package in the shakedown test or the official test. I think that would more so come in Portimao, if I'm very honest. They have had Red Bull working on their aerodynamics package, so I think it would be maybe a little bit silly, let's just call it, to display the full package there. Ducati, I expect very, very, very little, I suppose, is what I would call it from that. Minor tweaks to the aerodynamics, but I don't think we're going to see any major revolutionary stuff in the shakedown anyway. Maybe in the official test, they may go their low risk option and show their hand a little bit early so that they can test the parts properly. But it'll definitely be interesting to see what Pirro can do with it. Now, I'm not sure they're going to run a second test rider. I would highly doubt it. But Pirro, I suppose, has enough understanding of the bike to be able to understand the riders and what they want. Aprilia, Salvadori being out there, then Aprilia is very hard to spot any change, especially within the frame and swing arm. But I know that they were working on that and the engine, so it will definitely be interesting to see on that. And then I suppose Augusto Fernandez as a rookie, I just want to see him actually survive the test, I suppose. No major incidents. But look, I'm really, really excited about the test. I am going to be streaming the test live. So you will see the scoreboard and hear what the commentators are saying. It is going to be, I think, a decent test for everyone. I know Jake will say, there's never enough testing, and you're right. And if you give you gave them 6 months testing, they'll want 8 months testing. So there's never ever enough. Even if you gave them 365 days testing, still wouldn't be enough in a year. So I definitely think it's going to be very interesting. I think there's going to be some new technology come out, but not a lot until, I would think, Portimao, so people have less time to react to what it is. Remember now that a lot of teams are also using AI or CFD to run their aero to get an understanding. So if the aero correlation is correct, they don't really necessarily need to run the bikes on track until a later stage and keep their innovation secret. But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. What are you looking forward most to seeing? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.